welcome to Tibra's Den and welcome to another CAS Monday. Today we are starting a new series and I am really excited about this series. So we are going to be doing the 7 deadly sins and Sims though, of course. And so I'm really excited about this. I'm going to be doing one each week. So this week we are doing Pride. So I'm going to do her in the penthouse. I kind of went back and forth between whether I wanted to do male Sims, female Sims, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you kind of want like a mixed bag. But for now, I kind of like the idea of these absolutely beautiful females and they have this fatal flaw to them. And so that's kind of what I'm going with. I made her aspiration leader of the pack since she is prideful. You know, she wants to be the best of the best. I went with Vane. I kind of have this idea. She's like, in like the fashion world. She's a model, but she's also like a businesswoman as well. Like she's beauty and brains, if that makes sense. And so originally I did vain and self-assured, and then I kind of went back and forth between diva and self-absorbed. And in the end, I liked those two better. So she's vain, she is a diva, and she is self-absorbed. She's really prideful about her looks and how she uses them to get what she wants in the world. And like I said, she is very smart as well. And so she has a lot of pride about that as well. Like, you know, that she can kind of outsmart others. So that's what I was kind of going with for her. And like I said, I like the idea of having them all as female. And then I might do like the counterparts to them. So, you know, humility or things like that, and make a sim based on the virtues that kind of counteract these sins, so to speak. So I'm also kind of going with a color scheme as well. And so I kind of just did some research. There's different opinions on this, but Pride, a lot of people use violet for Pride, and so I was kind of going with like a purple theme for her. And originally I randomized her name and got Ebony, and I like that perfectly fine. I actually end up changing that to Violet, so she's Violet Pride is her name. And here I'm just trying to find a hair. I really, you know, adjusted her face. I wanted like high cheekbones, kind of a very proud look to her. And originally I was going to go with this hair here. And as I was doing her other outfits though, this hair didn't have anything that matched it, so I couldn't change it for her other looks. And I definitely wanted, you know, different looks for different outfits for different styles, you know. And so I did end up not going with this hair as much as I really liked it. I like the long hair. I think that would be something that she would be very proud of. But in the end, I actually went with a different hair, which you will see here in a little while. But I like that I can kind of get this like purple undertone to it. I thought that was pretty cool. And then of course the eyebrows were hard because, you know, you're not going to find one that matches the hair. And then some of the lighter options were too light and it looked like she had no eyebrows. So in the end, I actually went with this. And then I wanted to give her earrings, but with this hairstyle, you couldn't see the earrings anyway. And so I ended up going with a necklace for this this look here. Because I definitely, like I said, think she would take a lot of pride in her appearance and kind of amp up. You know, she's not necessarily, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I mean, she is a little bit vain, but she's not necessarily, I don't know what the right word I'm looking for is, so I'm just gonna forget that train of thought. You know, she has a lot of pride in her looks, but she's not very shallow, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Like, there is depth to her. Like, she is very smart, and she plays up her looks because she knows she can use those to get, you know, certain things that she wants in life. And so I like that original top I had put on her, and I actually used that for her party look, but I couldn't use it with the necklace here, and so I didn't go with that. And so for her everyday look, I actually went more with a business kind of look. Like I said, I didn't want it just to be all about her looks because she is super smart, and so I wanted it to be kind of a combination, like just success, you know, and the kind of businessy look screams more success to me than more like a fashion look does. And so you'll see that here. I use that top, and then I go with like a shorter skirt though, because like I said, she does play off her looks too. She's very smart in that aspect and knows how to use what she has. So, and so I do use the shorter skirt, so she's showing off those legs a little bit, things like that. And then just finding the right shoes, of course, is always a challenge for me, especially when I'm working with a specific color. It makes it a little bit more difficult. And I actually go with those custom content boots right there. I really liked how they looked with this outfit, and so I ended up going with those. And yeah, I really like them, but of course I gotta kind of play around and see if there's anything else that I like in the meantime. But those are what I ended up with. And I debated about giving her tights or not, but again, I think she would really show off her legs. She wouldn't necessarily cover them up. And so I ended up not going with tights. None of them looked quite right. And so I ended up not going with tights, and then just, a little bit of nail polish. And she has makeup for every outfit, nail polish for every outfit. I didn't adorn, too much jewelry, because I want there to be that separation between, like greed and such. I don't remember which sin that is, but, the materialistic one, I want there to be that separation. So, she's prideful, and so she's smart about how she adorns herself and uses that to her advantage. And so here, I like that dress that I found, and I was just trying to find the right hair, but again, trying to get it to match, I was having trouble, and so that's why I ended up switching her hairstyle for her normal outfit, because it was not gonna work. And I had this collection here, which I really liked the different looks in that collection, and so I thought that worked nicely, for her, because then I could change up her hairstyle a little bit. And so I just kind of went with this loose, pulled back look. And then for her formal wear, I was going to use this dress. I changed it, actually. I was going to use this dress, but then it was just a little bit too much for me. And so I ended up changing that, but I did go with this hair here. I really liked that hair, and I liked how it looked, pulled back, and then, with the little pieces framing her face there. And so I do end up changing this dress, though I don't keep it. I actually go for a more like businessy formal type look rather than like a glamorous look, if that makes sense. So that's what I changed, but and I love having the sliders now, because I definitely wanted to stick with the purple theme, and having the sliders, I was able to adjust it down where it wasn't too much, but you still got that tint of purple. So that is one addition to the game that I absolutely love. Like I said, I still wish they had put that for the hair as well. And I know there is a mod I saw. Who was I watching? Was it Vixella, maybe? I can't remember. Anyway, I was watching one of the sim YouTubers, and they were reviewing the mod, and I thought maybe it was Deligracy. Or maybe it was both. I can't remember now. But anyway, I was watching that, and I thought, sweet, like, that's cool, but I haven't gone in to download any more mods. I need to go in and fix my MCC command center, with all the updates and such, but I haven't yet. So maybe I'll get some new custom content and find that mod that allows you to change the hair as well, because I think that's the most awesome thing in the whole world. And hopefully the Sims team will follow suit too and add that. Now that they have that added into the game, it should be a little bit easier to add it to different aspects of the game, but we'll have to wait and see. And so now I'm on to her athletic wear, and kind of went back and forth, and this is actually what I ended up with. I liked her hair pushed back with the little bow. I thought that was a nice touch, and so I used that for her athletic, her swim, and one other look. I can't remember which other look. Maybe it's her bedtime look, of course. And so I use that for those. And then for her bedtime look, I kind of like it because it's a little bit revealing, but then she also has her comfy pants. So I kind of went with both. She definitely, even at bedtime, she still kind of wants to play up her looks and feel sexy, but she also wants that comfort aspect. And so that's why I gave her gave her that top with those pants. I thought that was fun. And then this is probably my favorite look out of all of them. I have her hair pulled back a little bit. And then again, her face is framed. Those earrings with the sparkles I thought were nice. And then I give her that top from the first look that I first put on. You guys will see which one I'm talking about here in a second. I give her that top because I absolutely loved it. This one right here. But with the original look, I had that necklace and I knew I wanted to keep that and it wasn't going to work together. And then I give her like it's a little bit more edgy look, I guess. I give her this skirt here, the Moschino skirt. So that is the look that I go for. And so it's just a little bit more edgy, but still very put together. And yeah, I love this look for her. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And it just has that little bit of a dangerous edge. Like I said, she can do anything. And she's confident in herself and she's not afraid, to show off a little bit and show that edge, because she definitely has an edge to her, like I said. So I absolutely loved the sim. And then for her swimwear, the bathing suit I went with, I should have gone with this one. It's more true to the right color. I ended up going with this one here, which is a little bit more pink tone, but I really liked it, and so I ended up going with that one. I liked how it's cut and it's the details on it. I really liked that swimsuit, and so I thought it was a nice one for her, and so that's what I ended up going with. And then for her hot weather look, I was trying to find a hair that was up and pulled back. And so I ended up going with, it's not in the same collection. It's like a ponytail, but it had this one right here. It still has the right color to it. It might be a little bit different, but it's close enough that it really doesn't matter. And so I went with this look here for her hot weather look, because it's pulled up, so it's kind of off her neck. But again, it's kind of framing her face. I gave her simple earrings. To me, when it's hot, you're not wanting to put on a whole lot because it's hot and you're just over it. And this is probably her most casual look. So I have this top here. Again, it's definitely very flattering for her, and definitely shows off her body. And then I think I went with these here. I was like, I wanted to say shorts, but I knew that wasn't right. These are what I went with here, these little capri pants, and then just some flip-flops. So this is definitely, like I said, the most casual look, but it still has that element of being put together, and still kind of has a confidence to it, which is very true to Pride. And then for her cold weather, I went with this hair here. Again, it's not in the same collection, but it was very similar to the original hair that I wanted to give her. And so I really liked that. And so I wanted that for her cold weather look. And, when it's cold, you're more likely to have your hair down because it helps keep you warm. So that's why I went with that. And then I knew I wanted like some kind of hat on her. And I just don't like how the hats sit on the Sim's head. And so this beanie is like one of the only ones I can even stand. And so I used that, and I end up changing it to black, just because it worked better with the outfit. But I don't know. I don't like how the other hats sit. And this look, too, is also kind of very casual, and more true to her age. Like, it's definitely a little bit more of a younger look, I would say. And since she is a young adult, some of the other looks are a bit older. And so her cold weather look is like I said, a little bit more casual and more true to her age, I would say. Because she is young, even though she's successful. She is still very young. So these are the looks. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you here while we run through them real quick. And there's a couple screenshots. Remember to join me back on Friday. We'll do the build for her. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good week. Bye.